Channel 5.
The news continues now on News Channel 5 at 6 o'clock.
Live, local, from WPTV. This is News Channel 5 at 6. Local coverage you can count on.
It could be the difference between life and death. It really absolutely can. What we've been told is there's no end in sight.
They are the first ones to answer our calls for help, but they're missing something vital. Good evening, I'm Kelly Dunn.
I'm Michael Williams. First responders in our community are the latest to feel the pinch of the nation's drug shortage, and it threatens countless victims relying on that emergency care. News Channel 5's Alex Sands joins us with the story you'll see only on 5. Alex.
It has affected departments across our area, Michael, small and large, and the truth is every single one of us is affected. In fact, some first responders tell us the worry is so great, many of them just can't sleep at night. It can happen to any of us, anywhere we are, as Ray Porter knows.
I was out at gun club playing basketball, and the guy undercut me. I hit my head on the ground and split it open. Needed about 22 stitches.
First responders are on the front lines, keenly aware of the problem. It's eye-opening. From 2005 to 2010, all over, the number of drugs in short supply, they tripled.
We've basically, in essence, what we've done is just continuously put Band-Aids on an infected wound. And at some point, if this continues, we're just going to run out of Band-Aids.
Consider this. The Palm Beach County Fire Rescue covers a geographic area the size of Rhode Island, the population of 5 states. At any given time, as much as 80% of the drugs it needs are in short supply. Drugs used to treat head injuries, congestive heart failure, drugs to stop seizures.
We've taken a complicated situation and made it much more complicated. We're asked to be paramedics and pharmacists on the scene.
There's no single reason for the shortage, nor is there a single solution. Sometimes it's increased demand, driving some drug prices up by as much as 400%. Other times, a manufacturer just goes out of business.
So in essence, what ends up happening is the patient may wait longer for a drug, they may get a reduced amount of drugs that they might normally get, or they may not get the drug at all.
The FDA is concerned, and it's pushing for action, calling on drug manufacturers to stay ahead of potential shortages. Still, as Ray Porter knows, there is no end in sight.
They're calling because, I need assistance right now. But they may not know they don't have whatever, We're not thinking about that.
The FDA tells us the shortages we have today are half what they once were, about 117 last year, compared to almost double that the year before. One proposed fix is this: convincing the state to let first responders here use some drugs that other states have beyond their expiration date. It is, Michael, a big worry across this area.
Alex, thank you. An illustration of that point: on Florida's West Coast, the Collier County Emergency Medical Services Director wants permission to buy needed drugs from more than one approved source, saying flexibility is needed. As the worry grows, we asked News Channel 5 medical expert Dr. David Soria to weigh in.
If you're getting called to a home and a patient has a broken limb, severe pain, these are medications that they're not in stock. And so it definitely ties the hands of our paramedical providers to be able to treat our patients prior to getting to the hospital in the best manner.
One possible solution to this, he says, may be in our backyards.
Hospitals have bigger purchasing power. They can get those medications and then share those with the EMS community. So there's ways to get around it, but we have to get our arms around this crisis before it gets a lot worse.
And we have a full list of the drugs that are in short supply. You can find that list on WPTV.com.
Now your live Viper 5 forecast from the area's largest weather team, Storm Team 5.
Almost everyone east of the Mississippi is feeling the effects of this massive storm. The center is up around the Great Lakes with snow in white, lots of rain and thunderstorms all the way back down into the southeast, and that trailing front working its way into South Florida. The rain starting to push in, but also falling apart at the same time. So a few light showers possible through the evening and late overnight. And then a little bit cooler and drier air working in behind that. We hit 86 officially today in Vero. That's a new daytime high record. And the last of the showers starting to pull off the coast. We'll cool off into the 70s. But much colder air on the way for South Florida, especially on the weekend. We could set some records once again for cold weather. Your full forecast coming up.
They apparently have plenty of clues, but police have yet to find the driver of the car that struck a bicyclist in West Palm Beach today. They say a 2005 gray Honda Accord that hit the cyclist near 18th Street and Dixie Highway. The victim was taken to St. Mary's Medical Center and is expected to survive. Police say the Honda license plate is 896 PEI. It is believed to have suffered front windshield damage. Covering Boynton Beach, a trial date now set for the former mayor of Boynton Beach. Jose Rodriguez will face a judge on May 9th on charges of political corruption. Rodriguez was arrested more than a year ago on charges he pressured the police chief and interim manager to stop an abuse investigation against him. The abuse allegations were unfounded.
Right now, a candlelight vigil is being held in New York City's Union Square Park in memory of Trayvon Martin. Today marks the one-year anniversary of the high school student's death. As you look at those live pictures, the 17-year-old fatally shot by a neighborhood watchman, George Zimmerman, in Sanford while walking through the streets of that neighborhood. George Zimmerman said he felt threatened. He's using a stand as ground defense. He goes on trial for second-degree murder in June. A judge has just set an emergency hearing for March 5th, 1 week from today, on issues stemming from the Riviera Beach election. 2 council candidates who filed their paperwork correctly say 2 others should be disqualified for signing their own campaign checks. Their lawsuit does not mention the mayoral race, which was briefly controversial for the same reason. Last week, City Clerk Kerry Ward said all 9 candidates could stay on the ballot.
Turning our attention now to the Honda Classic. Despite some iffy weather, some golf fans say this was the best day for them to attend. News Channel 5's Ashley Walters is live at PGA National to tell us why. Ashley?
That's right. The professional golfers all out for their practice swings out today, and the fans were really here to capture a unique opportunity. As the pros took time to mentally prepare for their game, fan Roy Lipsky is also taking it seriously. Last year, he claims he was the first fan on the course.
I have 9 grandchildren, and I texted each one separately that I was the first one into the Honda tournament.
Today, his favorite of the week. Coming from New York, his goal was to get signatures.
I love to be close to these guys, talk to these guys, get pictures with these guys. And this is the time you want to do it. Thursday to Sunday is okay, but it's nothing like being able to see these people now up close.
For a signature seeker like Chris Comerford, it's location, location, location.
Right here, and while they're walking off the putting green's a great spot to collect them.
The pro's blood pressure is lower on practice day. Boo Weekley says on a week like this, he can sign his name 200 times.
You're right there by the tee box, and they're right there. It's easy. We just sign, and it's an easy thing to do.
Well, easy when it's something flat you're signing.
It's very difficult to write a signature on a golf ball.
21-year-old Yo Ishikawa is happy to serve every fan. His first time to the Honda Classic, and he's been waiting for his chance to go against Rory McIlroy.
Someday, yeah, we can play together on Sunday, so great. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Now, if you're out here looking to get some signatures of your own through the rest of the week, there is a designated area where you can get your chance. It's right over there next to the 18th hole. Live here at PGA National, Ashley Walters, WPTV News Channel 5.
News Channel 5 is the place to be for complete coverage of the Honda Classic. We will have a special page on our website devoted to it. You'll find it under WPTV.com/Honda. From photo galleries to parking tips, you will find it all right there. And in sports, coming up, you'll hear from defending champion Rory McIlroy what he thinks of the course this year. Will he be able to do something at the Honda that only Jack Nicklaus has done? That's all just ahead.
A rarefied company there. They may be called short sales, but most agree they're anything but short. What's being done to speed up their timetable?
And are the skies really that friendly? The biggest complaints from air travelers. You're watching News Channel 5 on WPTV. Local coverage you can count on.
Only one